Leaves crunch and crumble underneath the gentle pressure of my bare feet. My toes intertwine with the soft dirt with every step I take. The trees reach out for me as I brush past. They blush and return. Looking up, a ceiling of pine needles towers over my head. Deep green and brown, mottled with a touch of blue. The sun tries to protect me, but the trees are too dense to let her in. The deeper I wander into the forest, the more life I find, and more death. I find moss on tree stumps, growth taking advantage of an early death. Frogs croak in curiosity as I wash my life in the water. The tadpoles dash away from my body as I lean down to look into my eyes in the still water. A deep sorrow lines my eyes, dark brown with red underlines. My hair curls to catch my quavering lips. I move on. Moving on is hard to do. I know that my walks through the forest will never hold the same kindness and love as they did when she walked with me. Her hazel eyes always seemed to catch the gentle light, and everything seemed to brighten to her touch. Her smile warmed the cold dew from the morning. Now as I walk alone, my heart feels empty. We grew up together, Lila and I. I always gravitated towards her from the day I saw her out my window. I knew we were meant to be friends. She always laughed so genuinely. She smelled of peaches, no matter what. I miss her. I miss her. The wind whistles past my ears as I play with the mushrooms growing along a tree. Grayish brown and plump. They seem happy to me. I see a snail climbing up one of the mushrooms, leaving a trail of something sticky behind him as he goes. Everything has a rhythm here, a cycle, a purpose. I close my eyes to breathe in the forest. Wet dirt and pine needles, flowers and moss. Everything dances together behind my closed eyes. She loved dancing here. We would meet here in secret after school days, coming to get away from peering eyes. She always seemed like she knew something I could never understand. She connected with the forest. She heard a music, a melody that I never could. We would walk barefoot, leaving our shoes tied up in a tree to find our way back. Her lilac dress would catch the branches as she swayed along into the forest. Her eyes wandered and connected with every piece of earth we found, but I couldn't take my eyes off of her. She turned to me once we reached a brief clearing. "Dance with me," she said, reaching out palm up, kind. She said it with a smile that said, "Why shouldn't we be dancing right now?" In the middle of a forest, with no music, alone. We danced. Her eyes were closed in bliss, but look away. Our souls intertwined, me, Lila, and the forest. I find myself in the darkening forest, lost in my memories of her. My feet begin to feel tired and I can't see everything in front of me. I hear a branch crack. My heart begins to quicken as I dart my head around me to see if I can find what made the noise. I've never felt so alone in this forest, but now something tells me I'm not. I begin to walk a little faster, trying to find my way home. Getting lost in my thoughts, I had lost my sense of direction. Here in the center of the forest at night, everything looks the same. All identical, towering pine trees hugging me. Claustrophobia begins to take me. The wind begins to whisper in my ear and my heart starts to race. Why did I come here? For some type of peace? Closure? She's gone. I see a shadow pass my eyes and I begin to run towards what I don't know. Away. Branches bite at my cheeks and legs as I run my way through the forest. Voices seem to surround me. How long have I been here? Time feels slippery. I look behind me as I feel a breath on my shoulder. I am falling. All of a sudden, I am rolling down the hillside, tangled with dead leaves and worms. A tree stops my descent, and I curl into a fetal position. My eyes well up with overwhelming emotion, and I feel my body pull into itself harder than I ever had. It was as if I was attempting to swallow myself into my legs and take up as little room as possible. I want to disappear. The tension throughout my body has me shaking as I let out a gasping cry of breath. I cried. I sobbed. I let out all of my pain. Her life was taken away from her, and I never got to tell her. I cry so hard, my lungs hurt. My voice hurts. My eyes hurt. Everything hurts. Why? So sorry, Lila. I should have done more. I should have helped you. I love you, Lila. So sorry. I never told you. I sobbed. Came out in broken pieces, falling out of me unconsciously. I hear a branch crack close to me, and suddenly I am pulled out of my breakdown. I feel someone near me. A cold presence breathing onto my hands that are white from grip. My heart skips and my breath stops. I can't help but look up. I love you too. Lila stands over me, pale and foggy. I fill with warmth. Closure.